Hello guys, Shubham here. So everyone knows that there is a whole and bunch of Android 11 ROMs out there. Some of the other, like everyone has their own customization features or gaming performance or battery life. But what if I say that we have such ROM which is completely unique and new in terms of user experience and UI overlaid on top of it with very dope customizations. So today we are going to talk about such ROM. The ROM is named as Android on time, in short called as .os. So let's now see its system information. So at the very first time, moving towards the about phone section, you can see this completely new block based UI where it is written as .os version 5.1, which is a GApps version, and also there is some block of a storage space and all the other blocked information. There is also something called as private details where all your IMEI information and all the other stuffs are hidden itself, and you can just scroll and see all of them. You can see this is the Android 11 version of Droid on Time OS, and here is the Android 11 Easter egg as usual. Moving further, this is the latest security patch of 5th of April 2021 running on the Arrow OS kernel version. Moving further towards the launcher, as you can see, this is the all new Pixel launcher as it came pre-installed in the GApps itself. All the Pixel features such as at a glance features and all the notification customization, as you can see that is something new in the Android 11. You will get all of them. Moving towards the wallpaper, then they got some interestingly new wallpapers, which is a whole lot of new in terms of its customization and also in collection. You can apply any of them. Also, you will get some wallpapers from different ROM community itself, such as Lineage OS and all the other ROM community. Also, you will get some Paranoid Android and some other ROM communities wallpaper also. Now let's move towards the customizations and UI, for which this ROM is famous for. Moving toward the customization section, as you can see, these all of the blocks is something new and something unique in this ROM itself. This is the wallpaper section where you can keep any type of wallpaper. Moving further, this is the always on display and lock screen, and this option is right now disabled, but in future it might get enabled too. Moving further, this is the status bar block where you will get all the other options of status bar customizations. As you can see, this is the example where I am just scrolling for the different battery styles, and which one you like, you just stop there and you can apply, and you can see all the changes applied in a glance. Also, this is something new that if you want any type of settings which is something hidden inside or outside, which is the battery percentage, you can just scroll left or right, and these are three options in which you can just scroll and you can just enable or disable the stuff you want. Some click options are also available where you can just tap and enable disable something. But scrolling left to right, this is something new and something interesting I found, and this looks so enhancing and so aesthetic. This just gives the customization settings some new types of look, and all the type of customization looks pretty dope and cool, and it's extremely beautiful. Such type of customization section I believe that I hardly seen in any of the ROM, and it just looks beautiful in its own style. Making such block style of customization settings and all the other settings is something unique because it just segregates all of the options so smoothly and perfectly that you can scroll and see whichever option is enabled or disabled live itself, and you will not get confused in those cluttered text which you usually get in all the other ROMs. Each and every block and each and every option of this customization works smoothly, and you will find no issues. This is something called as a theme section, in which I don't know, the light theme is not working right now. Moving towards the other option regarding display lights and all the other accents, this you can see the option which got enabled, but sometimes this also to get disabled itself. Moving further, all the other options regarding transparency and opacity work superbly fine, and that's too very nice. All the other option here, you can see that you can adjust different types of fonts by just scrolling the blocks, and you can keep any one of them. Moving further, this is something called as the icon pack which you want to keep, and also icon shapes of the desired choice you want. All the other customizations which you get in all the other ROMs are the same, but what makes it unique is what is all about its user experience and user interface, which is completely unique, and this is the very first time I have shown this in any of the ROM. Each and every settings works perfectly fine. Tapping on the tile and scrolling from left to right to enable or disable any of the stuffs, it looks perfectly cool. The animations too are extremely smooth. You can quickly scroll and quickly enable disable any of the stuff you want. And yes, also we don't have to forget that on the extreme right side on the top you get some small options regarding settings where you can just enable balloons and in a RGB battery light and all the other small options. I don't know why they kept this option as a separate one, but yes, this too looks something different and also gives extremely aesthetic look. So that's about customization, and moving further you can see this is the tile section. Just see how this segregated into the small pill where you will get all the network indicator information in one pill and the alarm in the second one, and all the other tiles segregated efficiently. This is something handy that just in one scroll from the above you will get the brightness slider and also automatic manual settings of brightness slider, which is you can also be done by the one hand itself or without stretching much of your hand. All these other tiles which are left behind you can just skip any one of them by using the old school method of just scrolling up the tile itself. Moving further, the ROM also had screen recording, and surprisingly this screen recording doesn't lag at all and every sound is captured whichever you enable the option itself. This is how now the screen is getting recorded, and let me record some small clip for you so that I can show you the footage also. So here we go, our screen recording has been completed, and now let's see the preview that how it got recorded. And then as you can see that there are no jitters or lags in the entire screen recording. This means that you can efficiently record all of your gameplays you need for any of your YouTube channels, or you want to record or create any type of montage and have fun. The screen recording works pretty fine, smooth and stable, and there are no issues at all. Moving further in device controls, long pressing power button you will get that generic Android 11 settings, screenshot from the task menu and select the text from the task menu from particular screen. Everything works superbly fine and there are no issues at all. All the Android 11 options work perfectly fine, and that's how the complete bundle of .os customization seems. Now let's talk about the gaming performance of this ROM. Sadly, the ROM doesn't have any type of gaming performance or gaming mode option, so yes, you will not get any of the gaming mode option in the ROM itself. Maybe in future they will include one, but I will show you that how this gameplay performance on this ROM is, and I actually tried Call of Duty Mobile on it. As you can see, this is the gameplay of Call of Duty Mobile, and if you have noticed, you might have noticed that while aiming at the enemy at the starting of the game, it lags a little bit and jitters a bit. But while playing, the entire gameplay experience was super smooth and stable, and no major lags or jitters were found, or no frame drops were noticed by me personally. And yes, in terms of gaming performance too, this ROM is not holding back, and gaming performance is super smooth and fine, and you will enjoy your entire gameplay. Now let's talk about the safety net check bypass, which is also called as CTS. Then you will get safety net check bypass itself, and you will be able to use all the other banking applications such as Google Pay, Paytm, or all the other generic bank apps such as HDFC Banks, SBI Yono, PayZapp, etc. So yes, as the CTS unlock gets out of the box, you will be able to use all the payment applications without any issues and without any hassle. Now let's move towards the battery performance in this ROM. Talking about the battery performance, then I was about to get about 7 to 8 hours of screen on time on normal usage, including the gaming performance itself. The battery is pretty good and fine, and yes, again in terms of battery performance, this ROM is not holding back at all. If you just use for daily purpose of normal social media applications such as WhatsApp, Instagram, then you will almost get about 8 to 9 hours of screen on time. And yes, in terms of battery, this ROM is not holding back, and also it's perfectly fine and smooth, and you will not get any type of issues and you will be satisfied with it. Now let's talk about the Dirac and camera app. So as you know that the Dirac sound enhancer is something extremely dope we found in the Mi parts, and yes, you will get Dirac sound enhancer in this ROM too, which works perfectly fine, and you will get heavy bass or all the other type of sound customization easily in this ROM itself. Moving towards the camera, then you will get the generic camera installed in the system itself, but you don't have to worry as you can easily install the Gcam 8.2 version, which is the latest and having 4K 60fps video recording and all the other things working perfectly fine. So this, you just have to install the APK of this camera just like the normal APK, and done, you are good to go to use 4K 60fps video recording and all the other options available in this camera app itself. So yes, you will also be satisfied in terms of camera performance as the latest version of Google Camera works perfectly fine in this ROM, and you don't have to use the generic camera which comes out of the box with GApps itself. Now it's time for the conclusion. So from me as a final words, then this ROM works perfectly fine and stable. Let me tell you that such type of unique user experience and UI I have seen first time in any ROM, and that's what the ROM makes unique. In terms of customization, then you will not get any huge type of or any different type of customization, but the way they have arranged all the settings is just sick and you will like it a lot. You will not resist customizing your entire phone using this customization setting. The way it speedily moves from here and there when you enable any of the option, and you disable just by scrolling left to right or by just tapping any of the setting, it's just smooth. You might also know the concept of the Lottie animation which you have seen recently in many of the Lineage OS versions, but you will fall in love with this type of customization and user experience. The ROM is specifically made by keeping in mind all of the user experience and giving them the rich UI and UX. So that's it for this video guys. If you like this video, must hit that like button and also subscribe this channel for more such content upcoming. And also comment any of your doubts, and I will see you again in the next one. Until then, peace out and happy flashing.